It's Ray Give TV.
Ray Give TV.
Let's get right to it.
To have a lake house. They got ski beach there. It's like a party central for a lot of Bay Area people. And, it's like the perfect place to, go and have these parties, and it's like on the water, right? It's kind of like Lake Havasu.
Yeah. Los Gatos is like kind of a little south of San Jose, right?
Yeah, Los Gatos, that's where all my family's from. Like, I have a lot of family out in South Bay because I'm born and raised in San Jose. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. So I had moved out there, and but yeah, I got this house in Disco. He had got this 304 girl pregnant, the one that spoke on my grandma, lied to me, hid the whole situation just for him to buy in and me to buy in and go back into doing business, whatever. And literally, he hid the entire Elk Grove house from me, 45 minutes away from Disco. And I was traumatized. I was like, it took me a few months to find out.
Whose house was that?
This was the 304 girl that spoke on my grandma.
Oh, it's
like when she was alive and after she died.
Wait, you're talking about your grandmother alive and died, not the 304.
Yeah, the 304 girl that I'm talking about. Like, you see my story where it was. Yeah, she had spoke illfully, so, very, very illfully.
What about his businesses in Sacramento? I thought he owned like barbershops or hair salons.
That's all new. So that's all new. So he opened that. If you go on his page and see when it opened, everything was the aftermath of, like, I feel like he was getting these girls to fund, all these fake investments, but he was building up his way of, like, doing all this stuff. And honestly, I don't think they're doing good. Like, the only thing that does good from what I've seen is the catfish spot near that strip joint in Honolulu. It's called Gifted Catfish, right next to Ballerinas, right? The only thing I think that does good besides the son's little exotic weed pen business. So like other than that, all the other stuff won't.
Like a mobile food truck.
Yep, it's a mobile food truck.
You got something going on for us. So we just exactly. What about his book and his rap?
Yeah, all that. Honestly, my personal opinion is, to this day, anytime I brought up Mac Dre's mom, he tried to, like, make it seem like he talks to her often. He doesn't talk to the mom often. He gets really uncomfortable, or they don't have a good relationship from my knowledge. And honestly, I think that he's making a label of his own. Like, his whole chain is of Mac Dre. Like, I get you from that whole, that build, and that's your friend, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm like, there's a story about what he told me about a halfway house here in Oakland he stayed at, and he told me how much he hated Oakland. He was at this halfway house when he got out, and Mac Dre came and swooped him, from this halfway house right here near Lake Merritt, and swooped him. And, like, he's like talking about how much he hated Oakland. And I was like, how are you going to sit here and, like, he literally, like, I was just like, okay. I'm like, and he kind of gave me that vibe when he started talking about how Mac Dre picked him up, how it was like, it was his time to shine, right? So everything since the moment he started talking about that, and every time I ask him about it, it's always about how he acts like he held out and he deserved everything Mac Dre had, basically. Like, it was his time to shine.
Pretty much saying that he was really the one that says Mac Dre's gone. It's time for him to step it up, or what was
exactly.
Did you detect a little hate towards Mac Dre?
I detect, my personal opinion, I detect narcissism, because if you look at his chest at some point when you find a photo of him on his page, his chest, his tattoo, it's half of Mac Dre's face and half of his merging together. I mean,
wait, is Mac Dre's face and his face merging together?
Yep, a huge tattoo on his chest of their faces, literally sand merging together. So I always thought that was a little weird.
Did he ever make any mention of like, did you hear about him setting up Mac Dre in Kansas?
Every time I ask him about it, I don't want to say he's sensitive, but he's always extra, I don't want to say jittery. To be honest with you, anytime he talks about it, it's always like, here, let me show you this, let me show you that. Something always on his phone he wanted to show me, especially about the mom, right?
Whenever you bring up the what people saying him setting up Mac Dre in Kansas, he gets a little nervous.
He gets a little bit, because it's always the phone. He always brings his phone out to show me, like, you know, because I've only asked him a few times, because I'm like, you know, I don't know what's up with his, you know, what's up, right? Because I'm like, yeah, with the mom though, the mom kind of says a lot. In my mind, it makes sense why the mom and him aren't cordial like that, or don't communicate like that. You know, it's not like
So you would think that if he was that close to Mac Dre, he had nothing to do with the
the
murder of
mom
Mac.
and him would be,
The mom with him, but he's a little distant from her.
yeah, like when I see this, he shows me like their little convo or whatever, because he's all about, you know, showing me like, oh yeah, look at the end of the day, all these purses she got and whatever on her.
Drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the grade A premium content. What? Be sure to like the video. Go ahead and share the video. Be sure to tell a friend and tell a friend. We got content. To everybody out there on the grind, working hard. It's money making Monday.
Right to it.
Let's get it. You feel me? But until next time, it's your boy Ray giving them gone. God bless. Peace.